It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
It's been 35 years since the Hightstown Rams have won a Mercer County Tournament Finals, facing the defending tournament champs from a season ago. They're looking for their first one in quite a long time, and it'll be a tough task here tonight against the top public school team in the state of New Jersey here from Cure Insurance Arena. Hello everybody, Mike Warren alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher. Proud to be with you for the Mercer County Tournament Finals here tonight on WBCB. Excited for this one, Fish. The Ewing Blue Devils yesterday picking up where they left off pretty much against CVC teams, just dominating against the Irish of Notre Dame, 68-30 the final score. They come in as the defending champs, the #1 seed, but Hightstown of late really playing their best brand of basketball, and it's all because of Kyla Glasser-Hyman, who came off of a 30-point performance yesterday. How does Hightstown come away with a victory against Goliath here this afternoon?
I knew you'd ask me that. If I wanted to be honest, I would say I have no idea. If I lie, I'll say I have no idea. I got to tell you something. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I mean, Hightstown's coming in here at 21-5, and they are a really good team. But they're going to still have to come up with a flawless game to beat this Blue Devils team. They are 15-1, Hightstown is, against Mercer County competition. And that one loss was a 71-36 setback to Ewing. And the Blue Devils took leads in that game of 25-7 after one quarter and 45-15 at halftime. Think about that for a second. You got a team that has won 21 games, and yet it was never in the game against this team that's playing tonight. Now, that's not casting dispersions on the Rams. That's just emphasizing how incredibly good this Ewing team is. So I asked myself the same question you just asked me. How does Hightstown stop them? Now, if I knew the answer to that, Jenna Marcus would be giving me $1 million right now to give her the secret. I mean, I tell you what, I know what Hightstown needs to do. It needs to stay in the game any way possible, you know? You got to look at this. They have to look at this as 4 8-minute games, or even more, 16 4-minute games. Hang in there after 4 minutes of the quarter, and then hang in there and be down a couple of points after 8 minutes. You got to do that after the first quarter. You got to do it after the halftime, after the third quarter. You got to put a little pressure on the Blue Devils, which is something they've rarely felt this year. They've had it a few times, but you gotta let them know you're in the game, because as we saw yesterday, they just put their stamp on this game.
They did. Now,
how do they do that? That's the $1 million question. You know, Ewing's ranked number 7 in the state.
Right.
They have 3 Division I prospects in Teala Delfos, Ryan Stokes, Joy Johnson. They have Shawnee Biggs, who doesn't even average 3 points a game, but always seems to be in the middle of things. And then they have about 3 or 4 other players that would be starting on any other team. You know, they can run, they can shoot, from the perimeter. You can try to focus on one player, but the other ones will get you. Now, with all that said, the Rams are coming off a rousing victory over Pennington. You guys had the call on that game. Very good job, by the way.
Thanks, Fish.
Yes, I enjoyed listening to that as I drove over here. And as you said, Kyla Glasser-Hyman, 30 points. I mean, obviously she's a threat from the outside. And they have Abby Missier. Is it Missier? Is that how you say it? Miser, okay.
Yeah.
You have her getting 19 and 16 rebounds. So I think the matchup between Johnson and Miser will be pretty interesting. I mean, maybe,
absolutely,
you know, if she can sort of, offset what Johnson does. You know, if you're the Rams, I think what you really want to do is you want to keep the ball out of Ewing's hands, basically. It's like a football team where you say, you know, we don't want their offense on the field so they can beat us. You know, we don't want Tom Brady on the field all the time. Well, that's kind of what you want to do. You don't want, Ryan Stokes having the ball all the time. Now,
right.
I don't know. I don't know if Hightstown is good at slowing it down and playing a half-court game. But, I mean, if they can do that, if they can work the ball around, do that, maybe get Ewing a little bored. And, sometimes if you do that with a team that likes to push it, their mind starts to wander a little bit, and their offense sort of scuffles a little bit. All right, great, if you can do that. That's like a massive if, because I watched this team play defense yesterday, and they're not going to let you hold the ball.
Now, you could argue their defense is their offense at times.
Because absolutely.
They get it at one side of the floor, and before you know it, they're already at the other end for a layup or an up-ahead pass. I was watching earlier when Ewing first took the floor in warm-ups earlier, Stokes and Durham were working on a drill where Stokes would throw it off the backboard, take one dribble and baseball pass it all the way up to Durham so she could take 2 dribbles and lay it in with the right or the left hand. They're already working on those outlet passes, spreading the floor. And when you play on a big floor like this tonight and a team like Ewing, you have to think it only benefits them.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And, that's the thing. The number one thing for Hightstown is try not to turn it over. Try not to lose the ball and give Trenton or Ewing those. I'm saying Trenton because I'm going to be saying the same thing for the boys' game after this. But try not to give Ewing those transition baskets. Try to run a set offense. Try to get your shooter open for the threes. Try to get it inside to your big girl. Try. I mean, but if right. Ewing is so quick that they can. You try to spread the floor, but they can get from one player to the other so quickly. That's the only thing I can see Hightstown doing. Try to hold the ball. If Hightstown can hold the ball for, let's say, 20, 25 seconds, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But then you got to get a good shot. But even if you don't, maybe Ewing gets a little lackadaisical because they've been, playing, but I don't know. These are all ifs. Look, right, we're not fooling anybody. We know
what Ewing is capable of, and we saw it yesterday. When you saw Notre Dame, the scouting report with the girls team, it's Simone Pintinelli. She's one of the best outside shooters in Mercer County. She was held scoreless for the majority of the game yesterday, and I don't have yesterday's stat sheet in front of me. I think she only had 2 points in the game, if that. I mean, they knew how to take her out of the game. How does Kyla Glasser-Hyman get loose in this game? I mean, she has arguably a little bit more help. Abby Miser, one of the best forwards and centers here in the CVC without a doubt. She's going to be a 1,000-point scorer projected in her career and one of the best rebounders of all time in Hightstown's program. But how do they get that game going between the high-low? Because yesterday, that's how they won the game against Pennington. Second chance opportunities and getting that high-low offense working with Glasser-Hyman, the spacing up top, and then whenever she wanted to, she could pick and choose to get it into the post to Miser.
Right.
So how does Hightstown get that offense going against such a vicious defense, as we mentioned, with Ewing?
Well, I mean, you got to kind of be creative a little bit, You got to set some screens, maybe some double screens, make it difficult for Ewing to battle. Maybe you have a little bit of a physical. I mean, Ewing obviously has the more speed. They're so fast. Make it tough for him to try to get around the screen and try to, have a kid pop out from there and get it. And you bring up a good point. Maybe just throw it up there sometimes and then, let your big girl go after it and try to get second chance points. That can negate a lot of stuff. You can play all the great defense in the world that you want to play and force a missed shot, but if the offensive team gets that offensive rebound and puts it back, that can take the heart out of teams sometimes. These are all things that Hightstown has to try to do. I'm sure Jenna Marcus has done such a remarkable job with this program, and they're not here by accident. They're here because she's taken these teams. She's gotten some talent. She's known exactly what to do with it. As you said, this is their first final since '88 when they won it. That was an interesting little era, by the way. They won it in '86 and '88, but Vicky Pikett, who's still the all-time greatest player in Hightstown history and one of the all-time greatest players in Mercer County history, she was on that team in '87 and '88. In '88, they won Group 4. They won the Group 4 stage, but they lost in the county finals to McCorston. They won the county finals in '86 and '88. Vicky was gone in '88. I'm not sure who was on that '88 team. Maybe Tracy Radigan or one of the Radigan girls. Anyway, my point is that I don't know what my point is. I was just talking about Hightstown. Not haven't been here in a long time, a really long time. So you got to give Jenna Marcus a ton of credit. So if anybody's going to come up with a game plan to try to keep this close, and right now that's what you want to do. Try to keep it close. Try to steal it at the end. She's good. She'll come up. She'll try to come up with something. But you can come up with all you want. Sometimes the other team just has better athletes, and that's what happens. But let's see. I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason they didn't give Ewing the trophy after the semifinals. You got to play the game to win it. So they're going to play the game and see what can happen.
Starting lineup's about to be introduced here in just a second. It's the Mercer County Tournament Finals here from Cure Insurance Arena. Let's turn things over to public address announcer Joe Drulis.
Yeah, Joe Drulis.
Starting at guard, 5'10" senior, number 2, Sydney Wagner. Guard, 5'3" junior, number 21, Angelina Benitez. Guarding at center, 6'4" junior, number 51, Abby Miser. Starting at guard, 5'7" senior, number 4, Kyla Hyman. And at score, 6'5" sophomore, number 22, Mark. Grand head coach is Jenna Marcus and assisted by Joseph Nick.
Joe's got to get a little zing in his voice here. We love Joe, Notre Dame baseball coach.
He's the best. Ewing being introduced now. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Team Toyota, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, the Capital Health System. All proud to bring you today's game here on WBCB, the Mercer County Tournament Finals here for the girls division. And starting fives for both of these teams for Ewing, Shawnee Biggs, Tayala Del Foss, Ryan Stokes, Joy Johnson, Kyla Durham. And for Hightstown, Kyla Glasser-Hyman, Angelina Benitez, Penelope Sworn, Abby Miser, and Sydney Ragland, the junior, getting the start today. We'll step aside here. National anthem from Cure Insurance Arena. Jump ball on the other side. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Mercer County Tournament on WBCB.
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. The Ewing Blue Devils at 23-3, the defending champs, the #1 overall seed, going against the Hightstown Lady Rams at 21-5, the #2 seed, seeking their first Mercer County tournament title in 35 years. Ewing snapped their streak at not having a Mercer County tournament championship last season. It was 30 years for them as they win the tip. Here's Ryan Stokes thinking about a three, getting inside, dumping it down to Joy Johnson, up and in, and we're underway.
Quick start for Joy Johnson. She was kind of quiet yesterday.
It was a quiet game for them. Everybody else picking up the slack, typically for Johnson, a double-digit point scorer, and she gets us going here tonight as Ryan Stokes tries to get a steal early on, and she's fouled. It'll be Ewing ball, side inbound right in front of the scores table. Delfoss gets the inbounds pass. Tayala Delfoss with 18 points yesterday in the semifinal victory over Notre Dame. She steps into a long two here and drills it. It's a triple, actually. 5-0 Ewing to start.
Who was that, bud?
Tayala Delfoss.
Oh, okay.
From the land of Great Beyond. Breaking the press are the Rams. Risky pass. It's stolen by Ewing. Delfoss on the run out. Behind the back dribble. Gives it up to Durham. She's all alone for two.
Boy, was that pretty. Around the back. Smooth.
Tayala Delfoss, she can do it all.
Yeah, she sure can.
Glasser-Hyman
in
some trouble.
Triple team in the ball.
Saved by Delfoss. Biggs with it. Spins out of a trap. Here she comes right side, middle. Johnson puts it on the floor, but she shuffled the feet. It's a walk. Turnover there by Ewing. It's already 7-0. And we're 1 minute and 11 seconds into this one. And it's 7-0 Ewing already. Just shows you how efficient, how quick they do their damage.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're not even 2 minutes in and you're almost down by double figures.
Sworn's pass deflected and stolen. Ewing has it again. Here they are in the fast break. Delfoss will slow it up, give it to Ryan Stokes. Here's Biggs, right wing. Looking down low for Johnson, doesn't get it in. She'll get Delfoss high post look. Free throw line, picks her dribble up, needs help. Has it stolen, but Joy Johnson gets it back. A step back is blocked by Mercer. Abby Mercer gets a hand on the step-back jumper from Joy Johnson. Possession stays with Ewing. Well, baseline inbound.
That can help.
Abby Mercer, a great game yesterday. She went off. Corner three on the way from Stokes, off back iron. Rebound by Biggs. Stokes again for three. You bet. Ryan Stokes with a triple. 10-0 Ewing.
Wow, 2 minutes in, 10-0. Think Ewing's ready?
The #1 public school in the state of New Jersey, living up to the hype. Kyla Glasser-Hyman, a response no good. Ball's batted out and stolen. It's still loose. Stokes almost had it for a second there. Last touch by Ewing. It's going to go back with Hightstown.
It's the first shot the Rams have gotten off today. They had 3 straight turnovers.
Sydney Ragland that time on the contest. This is Glasser-Hyman, left wing. She'll go baseline drive. Puts it up with the right. It won't go. Mercer fights for it, but she can't get it. Ewing has it. This is Delfoss. Delfoss going to work. Left side. Forces it into Johnson. Puts it on the floor. The right hand, no.
Johnson kind of forced that up. She got stuck in position there.
Kyla Glasser-Hyman coming off a 30-point performance, the senior point guard. Trailing 10-0 early on here. Trying to get her team going. The Rams.
They got the floss on her. That's a tough girl to go against.
Inside to Penelope Sworn. She goes up and can't get it. Miser second chance. Her strong effort won't go. Sworn again fighting for it. Johnson's on the ground. A battle results in a jump ball. It's going to stay with Hightstown underneath their own basket.
Well, and that's what you need. You need Miser to hit that offensive board a little bit. Oh, boy.
Inbounds pass stolen. Biggs comes up with it. Up ahead pass. Delfoss on the run out. The left hand. Yes. Tayala Delfoss. She's got 5 early on. It's a 12-0 lead for Ewing, and Jenna Marcus has seen enough.
Yeah, I'm sure she has. You know, we said they wanted to try to keep it close, and 4 minutes into the game, and it's not close. I mean, they're doing whatever they want defensively. They just like the speed and the quickness. We said, how hard is it going to be to hold the ball? Well, we're finding out. It's going to be, right now, it's close to impossible. Passes are getting stolen, turned into easy buckets. Everything that you try to stop, but they're just so good.
They really are.
And they're juniors. I mean, this is going to continue for another year.
Again, that's just a scary statement in itself. Another year of this dominance of this team getting to – I mean, I don't know if they could build any more chemistry. They seem just like one fluid machine, all the gears clicking and everybody just kind of flowing in one
Yeah, and this chemistry didn't start in high school. This has been going on for a while. At forget if the middle school is Fisher or Antile now in Ewing, but whatever it is.
Her floater won't go. Durham with a rebound and another run-out opportunity here for Ewing. Coming from behind, Benitez trying to poke it free. Ball is loose. Ragland's fighting for it. It's a jump ball call. It's going to stay here with Ewing.
Well, we said that Ewing was beating Hightstown 25-6, I think, or 25-7 after one quarter in their first game. So I'm sure Hightstown's a little frustrated. They wanted to avoid that.
Biggs lets it go for 3. It won't go. Joy Johnson, her second chance. It's a kick out. Stokes all alone. Triple. No. Rebound brought in by Miser. Hightstown has it. Glasser-Hyman pass up ahead. It's Benitez. She can't haul it in. She's in the corner, keeps her dribble alive. Down low, Sworn. Turning, facing, nothing there. Joy Johnson was all over her. Glasser-Hyman free throw line jumper. It's short. Brought in by Joy Johnson. Blue Devils still holding the Rams scoreless. Run out other side. Delfoss with urgency. Losing it. Benitez hitting the floor. Gets it back for Hightstown.
Good hustle. There you go. Maybe Hightstown
2 straight stops for Hightstown defensively.
Yeah.
Now just looking to respond on the offensive end. Glasser-Hyman stepping into a triple. No, it won't fall. Kyla Durham with a rebound. Durham, the freshman, yesterday having a pretty good game. Up ahead, Joy Johnson. Count the basket and a chance for one more. A chance for her 5th point here at the charity stripe. Joy Johnson.
Yeah, Joy said, yeah, you held me down yesterday. I think I'll do something about that today. I am being recruited by Division I schools after all.
Johnson at the stripe. Can't cash in on the and one. Ragland with a board. Hightstown with pace. Glasser-Hyman puts it up. Won't go. Lid on the basket for the Rams. Second chance will go. Glasser-Hyman gets them going.
Yeah, boy, they needed that. I mean, they needed something, some kind of bucket, something.
We saw yesterday Notre Dame having just about as much difficulty as any team has had this season against Ewing in terms of getting their offense going. Delfoss on the drive. That one won't go. Block inside by Sworn. Here's Stokes on the drive. Baseline stolen by Benitez. Defensive effort picking up a bit here from the Rams. Sworn with it now. Durham on her. Benitez has it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've they've done a great job. Well, they had that Johnson chance for a three-pointer, but they, for the most part, their 3 of the last 4 possessions, they've gotten stops.
Good ball movement here. Sworn can't cash in. Benitez with a great feed inside, just unable to get the 2 that time. Stokes taking her time with it. Skip pass across. This is Delphos. Now Biggs in the corner. High post look, right wing. Johnson puts it on the floor, takes the body, and she'll go to the line again.
Yeah, Johnson looking a little more aggressive than she did yesterday.
That's for sure. Yesterday, I mean, it didn't seem like she was even forcing it, just doing her role yesterday. If she was going to get the ball in a position to score, she was going to do it, but she didn't really have to, with Ryan Stokes leading the way with 22, Delphos with 18.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can stop 1. You can try and stop 2. You're still that 3rd one that's going to get you.
Unable to cash in on the 2nd is Johnson that time. Rebound brought in by the Rams. Up ahead, Benitez. Inside, Mercer. Turns, face, puts it on the floor. Spin move, the right hand. She's fouled. Dan Monty wanted to travel before as he does a silhouette there on the sideline.
Yeah.
Or a little pirouette, I should say. A dance move of sorts. Mercer gets the first. Abby Mercer yesterday, sorry Fish, but Abby Mercer yesterday was the reason that they won the game for the most part. She kept them in it in the first half. Pennington doing a good job spacing and shooting. Michaela Rodriguez had a hot first quarter, 3 threes, but Abby Mercer, the persistence on the offensive glass yesterday was what kept Hightstown in it, as she is able to make both of her free throws that time. A positive sign for them if they can get her going down low and cause some trouble, maybe wear down some of the bigger defenders for Ewing.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they've Ewing's kind of weathered that early, or Hightstown has kind of weathered that early storm, and they've kind of evened things out here over the last few minutes.
Glasser-Hyman, right side, gets a screen from Benitez. She's left alone from 3, dumps it in. It's Mercer through 2, it won't go. Joy Johnson with a board. Delphos driving. She's hit. It's a clean block according to the officials. Benitez comes up with it and turns it right over. Here's Delphos. Ewing on the turnover. Corner, Durham, pull up, no. Stokes with a board now. Up and under move, no. Still loose. Mercer fighting. She's tied up. And it's a jump ball called. It's going to be Hightstown ball, according to the possession arrow. They call a foul. I think they called a foul. I believe they did. They got Kyla Durham for the foul. So it won't be a jump ball. They'll just give possession based on that call to Hightstown. Benitez looking for Mercer inside. Pass deflected. Brought back in. Glasser-Hyman trying to keep the possession alive. And her pass gets batted out of bounds. Into the game for the first time for Hightstown, Alina Kalo. Benitez, swing, Kalo, a 3 on the way, short, brought in, Sworn, no. Glasser-Hyman, second chance opportunities. The recipe yesterday for Hightstown. A couple here, but Stokes with a steal and a run out. All alone, right side, right hand is true.
Well, that's tough. That, I mean, Ewing had gotten in a little lull there, and offensively, but Hightstown really didn't capitalize as much as it could have. They could have kind of chiseled into that lead a little bit.
Glasser-Hyman trying to force the issue before the buzzer that time, as Stokes' last second effort won't go either. 17-14 after 1. The Blue Devils 3 quarters away from repeating and dominating here in the first quarter. Defense to offense, just about everything we talked about during the Trentonian pregame show. Rich Fisher was put on display there by the Blue Devils. We'll take a quick break. Second quarter coming up next here on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. You can visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell the homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery is the best place to go for hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And who has the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties? The all-new Hyundai of Trenton has cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. All the new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton has the car inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer, has the cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Well, Fish, Ewing, we mentioned pretty much Goliath in terms of their performance this season throughout the CVC play and throughout Mercer County tournament play. You know that they are just so difficult in so many different ways to match up against.
Yeah, I mean.
And so far, Hightstown understanding that after one quarter of play.
Yeah, well.
They understood that before the game coming into this one tonight based on the regular season meeting between the two teams and just the body of work from Ewing. But keeping that trend going from the season, Ewing continuing. And here comes Del Foss. Off a missed shot by Miser. In transition, the right hand blocked by Sworn. Second chance will go. Del Foss, persistence paying off. She's got 7.
And here's the thing: if you want to find something to hang your hat on for Hightstown, you were down 14-0. You were looking at like getting whacked like 27-0 at the end of the half, at the end of the quarter. You at least stem that tide a little bit and even it out the last 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter.
Del Foss, right wing, she'll drive, float it with the right, it won't go, back rimmed out. Glasser-Hyman, pull up for 3, yes! Big time hit that time for Glasser-Hyman.
And that's what the Rams need. They need to see that their scorer can score, you know? Like if they're shutting her, it's like, you know, you want to kill the monster, you cut off the head. With her, if you cut her off, then you're losing your big score. To see her score could give this team a bit of a lift.
Del Foss, the response, yes.
That doesn't help. You
10.
get that 3 and she comes right back.
Already with 10.
Yeah.
Tayala Del Foss.
You say her name so much better than me. I struggle with that name.
Del Foss hits the floor, earns the possession for Ewing. This is Stokes battling through contact. Into the front court, crossover, pull up 14 feet, yes! Ryan Stokes.
Yep, and they got down there in a hurry too. They didn't give Hightstown's defense much of a chance to set up. Sorry about that cough. I feel like I'm gasping on the air here.
Steal by Ewing. Stokes, head up. Into the front court, wing, Del Foss, triple on the way, yes! Tayala Del Foss pouring it on here in the second quarter. Hightstown needs to talk it over. It's all Blue Devils.
Phew, man, they can just erupt, can't they? You know, they hit that little lull, a little sluggish there, and then all of a sudden, ba-boom.
Del Foss with 13. It's a 20-point advantage for Ewing.
Why don't you go ahead and read that spot, pal?
Only if it's okay with you, Phil. Only if it's okay with you.
Well.
Hey, don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Want to read another one?
We'll pace them out a little bit here. We got a lot of ball left here. 5:42 in the second quarter from Cure Insurance Arena. Mike Warren alongside Rich Fisher. Nick Gallagher doing our camera work this afternoon. Brianne O'Neill producing today's stream, producing all of yesterday's streams as well. Special shout out to the point guard doing a great job getting all of us in line, keeping all of us in line here.
That's
similar to what Rianne Stokes and Shawnee Biggs do for Ewing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what Brianne O'Neill does for myself, Keith Noonan, yours truly, Rich Fisher. She keeps us in line.
Yeah, she's the zookeeper. The point guard, the zookeeper, call her what you want. The den mother. But kudos to her and Nick.
Glasser-Hyman step back triple.
Her and Nick with Iron Man, both of them doing all 4 games yesterday. That ain't easy.
Yesterday, a long day for our WBCB sports team, but a day we look forward to say the least. We love the Mercer County tournament.
It's a fun day.
It really is. Into the game the first time is Miller for Ewing. A beautiful turnaround move. Just didn't have the finish that time. Delfoss saves it, however, and it's going to stay Ewing ball. Pretty turnaround that time inside from Malaya Miller, the sophomore, getting some valuable minutes here. Ewing gets the inbounds in. This is Delfoss back to Stokes' corner. Triple on the way. Nails it.
Man, what a sweet shot.
Already 5 threes in this one for Ewing. And they don't have any sign on slowing down in this one. Kyla Glasser-Hyman, the Westchester University commit, trying to keep the Rams in it. A future Golden Ram.
Yes, from
now
Ram to Golden Ram.
That's right. Fighting inside for it is Kylo. She can't come up with it, and a travel is called against Stokes. Hightstown will get the ball back. Dan Monty not a fan of that one.
No. What is 23's name? I don't have her on my roster.
Alina Kylo, C-A-Y-L-O.
C-A-Y-L-O. Alina.
Alina Kylo.
Okay.
Inbounds pass, swinging around. Here's Benitez all around the court. Working it are the Hightstown Rams inside. Ragland back out. Kylo over now. Glasser-Hyman. Crossover. Biggs all over her. Kylo puts it on the floor. Gets in the lane. Hook shot off the glass. No good. Don't see the hook shot that much anymore.
No, you don't. Not since Kareem retired with the sky hook.
Delfoss, pretty spin move, puts it up with the right, it won't go. Rebound brought in by Kyla Glasser-Hyman. Here she comes into the front court.
I didn't know Delfoss knew how to miss.
Delfoss with a steal. Up ahead pass, it's Biggs. Blue Devils don't have numbers, doesn't matter, but a turnover.
Yeah, try to let her a little too much with that. She was trying to hit her in stride so she could just get it and go.
You mentioned Shawnee Biggs just always finding herself in the middle of things there. That time out on the break, trying to make things happen for Ewing. Miser inside with a double team on her. That one won't fall. Delfoss thought about a triple. Baseline. Pulls it out. Right side. Right hand. No. Blocked inside by the Rams. Glasser-Hyman in transition, forcing the issue. The Euro step. It's a jump ball called, and it's going to go back with Ewing.
Tell you what, for guard, Glasser-Hyman does a good job on the board. She's got 5 already.
Kylo comes out. Sworn comes back in. Hightstown trailing by 20, 3:15 to go here in the first half. Tayala Delfoss. Baseline drive, and she walked. Rams will get it back. 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Needing to chip away.
Ewing is kind of playing in spurts in this game. They'll go on a binge, look unstoppable, then they'll have a few kind of lazy possessions, and then they'll go on another spurt.
Beautiful hesitation from Glasser-Hyman. The mid-range pull-up won't go. Here's one of those baseball passes we talked about from Stokes to Durham. She couldn't haul it in for the layup that time, but she does draw a foul.
But Glasser-Hyman had a wide-open look, and that thing looked like it was going down and just rattled around and popped out.
You can't really teach it much better than Glasser-Hyman put on display with the move, the hesitation dribble inside. I mean,
right.
The basketball guys just got to give her that role there.
Yeah, when you're playing a team like Ewing, the basketball gods need to take that into consideration and, you know, say, all right, we're going to help you out a little bit here, but no.
Glasser-Hyman picking up a foul on the defensive side of the floor. Here's Stokes. Over to Durham. Thought about it, puts it on the floor. Right-hand dribble. Pulls it out now. Needs help. Delfoss, low block. The turnaround through contact. It won't go, but a trip to the line to 2.
Boy, when she gets the ball there, I think she's almost impossible to stop.
Chance at 2 here for Delfoss.
As you mentioned, she's got 13.
8 here already in the quarter.
Shooting 4 for 8.
Making the first of her 2 attempts.
5 for 9.
Very efficient is Delfoss. 2 for 2 at the stripe.
I see Ray Clark down there, the former Hightstown Rams coach. He was the coach back there in '87, that golden era of '86 to '88.
Trying to see if the Rams can continue the historic run. Glasser-Hyman with a hand on her face. No. Delfoss with the board. Rams down by 22, their largest deficit of the night. Give and go action with Biggs and Delfoss isn't there. The Durham right elbow jumper is there.
Oh, boy.
Durham has 4, and it's a 24-point advantage now for Ewing. Inside, forcing the issue to Mercer. It's a jump ball forced. And the Ewing defense, they get about as many hands on the basketball within a 4-quarter span as any team in the state of New Jersey does. I mean, they are just one of the best defensive teams all around.
That's a great point. And, you know, when you have this kind of quickness, if you're taught to play good defense, you're going to be unstoppable.
Delfoss coming up with the Mercer miss. This is Stokes hesitating. Left hand up with it. Blocked by Sworn. Another block for Penelope Sworn here tonight. Glasser-Hyman's up ahead pass. Benitez jab step. Step back Jimmy on the way. No. Batted out. Brought in by Durham. Ewing trying to restore order.
Yeah, it's getting a little close here at 24.
We'll slow it down. This is Biggs, right side. Gets a screen. It's Miller back into the game for Ewing.
That was a careless pass.
Couldn't handle that pass.
Right at our ankles.
Yep. Kyla's pull up.
Oh.
Too strong.
Yeah.
Looked good out of the hand. And a foul is called against Kyla Glasser-Hyman.
Biggs with the rebound there.
.43 seconds to go here, first half.
Biggs is actually a pretty good soccer player. Third team, I think all sectional or all group 3.
A lot of multi-sport athletes on this Ewing Blue Devils team.
Yeah, and that's the key, athletes. This is a very athletic team.
Biggs, the pass from Delfoss, a baseline floater won't go. Batted out, Ragland with a rebound. Glasser-Hyman scanning the floor, clearing the timeline. Here she is, right-hand dribble. She'll go into the right wing. Looking for Benitez. She's free on a screen. Glasser-Hyman dishes to her. 17-footer. No. Loose. Delfoss with the board. Final seconds here. First half. And there will be no shot from Ewing as the buzzer goes off here from Cure Insurance Arena. 1 half in the books. Ewing up by 24. And 1 half to go until they repeat here at the Mercer County Tournament Championship. Hightstown trying to prevent that from happening as Coach Jenna Marcus takes her team into the halftime locker room down by 24. We'll step aside, tally up the numbers, and we'll be back here from Cure Insurance Arena, the Mercer County Tournament here on WBCB. It doesn't get much better than this. It's the February Frenzy here on WBCB.
Earl Reese remind you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. 1490 WBCB, Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
The defending Mercer County Tournament champions up by 24 at the half over the Hightstown Rams, who are seeking their first title in 35 years. As we take a look at the halftime numbers brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery. The Italian People's Bakery, baking bread fresh every day at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Fish, what do you got for us, those first half stats?
Well, let's see. Pretty quick. It'll take pretty quick. Only 6 players scored for combined both teams. Tyala DeFoss with 15 for Ewing, Ryan Stokes with 10, Joy Johnson 5, Kyla Dorm 4 for Hightstown, Kyla Glasser-Hyman with 8, Penelope Sworn with 2, Ewing shooting 13 for 26 from the field, 3 for 5 from the line, 5 3-pointers. Hightstown shooting 3 for 22 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, and they have a couple of 3-pointers, so that's about it.
Early run-out opportunity, a block by Stokes, the follow by Miser, blocked again. Tipped loose. Miser with a baseline, a tough spot fighting for it, and it's a foul called against Ryan Stokes. They'll get her for the hold inside. So the Hightstown defense having some success of late. They've really held Ewing quiet after the start of the quarter. Ewing comes out roaring the first 2 quarters, 7 and 8-0 runs to start both of the quarters, and then after that, Hightstown's defense has done a good job kind of keeping them quiet at times, scoreless streaks here and there, but just unable to capitalize on the offensive side. Ewing defense proving to be just as up to the task as this Hightstown defense at times.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. If you're looking at moral victories, Hightstown was losing like what was it, 48 to 15 at the half in their regular season game. So, you know, the margin of deficit is a lot less, but you're down 24 points.
Good defense inside that time by Abby Miser, forces a turnover. This is Hightstown other way. A pull-up 3 in transition. Glasser-Hyman won't go. Ragland with a board. Fighting for it is Stokes. It's a jump ball. It'll stay with Hightstown.
Stokes still, you know, sometimes you can get a little lethargic when you're up by so much. Stokes is in there grabbing, trying to get the jump ball.
Sworn,
and
right
getting
corner.
it.
Inside to Miser. Turnaround. Blocked by Johnson. Joy Johnson with some really good post defense. The up-ahead pass to Biggs. Now to Johnson. Baseline drive. No. Rebound by Sworn. Glasser-Hyman with it. Has her head up. She'll slow it down. Here she is in the front court. Met with a double team. Dribbles out. Still 2 on her. All around. She's dribbling all around the perimeter. Ragland's pull-up jumper off the glass and in.
That's a tough angle to put it off the glass. Got
Nice
it to go.
Nice shot from Ragland. Sydney Ragland, the junior. First points of the second half. Delphos taking her time, setting up Ewing's offense. Here's Biggs. Gets a screen from Johnson. Crosses back over, right hand. Corner. Johnson has it. The step back on the way. It's well short. Durham fighting for it. Still loose. Blue Devils get it back. It's a Stokes triple. No. Batted about. Brought in. Biggs, the floater. No.
Wow.
Durham, another offensive opportunity. It's Stokes now. Skip pass. Biggs to Delphos. Back to Stokes. Around the perimeter go the Blue Devils. Still swinging it around.
Ewing can't get it to go down here. Scoreless first 2 minutes of the second half. I would never have bet that.
Joy Johnson blowing by Miser. The roll isn't there. Another miss in the half court. Fighting for it. Durham. And it's a foul call, I believe.
This is crazy.
It is. It's a foul against Johnson, I think they'll get it for.
Well, again, Hightstown's got a chance to turnover.
Just as you were saying, they have a chance to build some momentum here.
Yeah.
String together some scores. They turn it over, give it right back to Ewing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to try and cut in a little bit, and it's, you know, win the quarter. That's a goal right now. Try and win a quarter.
Delphos taking her time in the front court. A high right-hand dribble. Now Biggs. Ewing more than content taking off time here. Stokes. She's got 15, all of them coming in the first half, looking for her first points in quarter number 3.
You a little surprised by this? Ewing with this deliberate stuff all of a sudden?
A little bit. Durham, jumper on the way. That's off. Brought in by Delphos, keeping the possession alive here for Ewing. Biggs. High post feed. Johnson, jab step, right-hand dribble on the drive, blocked but a foul. Hightstown fans outraged by that call.
Yes.
And that one looked pretty clean. I mean, there were some drives tonight that weren't called.
Right. I agree. But we don't have replay, so we can't really see for sure. But, I mean, I don't know if maybe the body got in there. Joy Johnson's struggling from the line today. 1 for 4 from the line for Joy. This is amazing that Ewing hasn't scored. Well, finally.
It's their first points of the second half, but as you mentioned, it took them a bit to get things going.
Yeah,
you mentioned this deliberate style of play.
They still don't have a field goal. All right, you know, Hightstown's got to be happy. You know, little battles, win some little battles.
Glasser-Hyman, a healthy triple.
Oh.
Short. Sworn with a board. Second chance here for the Rams. Biggs on Kyla. She'll float it. Off the glass, no good. Brought in by Johnson, a strong rebound for the Blue Devils. Joy Johnson hauls it in and hands it off to Delphos. Delphos into the front court. Right-hand dribble, crossover, left. She drives, dishes, stolen. Glasser-Hyman with a run out. Up ahead, here's Benitez. Stokes on the chase down. Biggs pokes it free. Last touched, according to the official, by Hightstown. They just never give up on a play. Shawnee Biggs and Ryan Stokes there combining to get possession back for Ewing on what looked like an easy run out for Hightstown.
Right.
4 minutes to go here in the third. It's a 23-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Delphos working it around. Stokes pulls it way out near the midcourt logo.
Ooh.
Loses her dribble now. Delphos' healthy triple. Short. Glasser-Hyman with a board. Head full of steam into the front court. Drives, left side, blocked by Stokes.
Oh, that's a good block.
Up ahead, all alone, it's Kyla Durham. The right hand is good.
First field goal, 4:35 into the half.
Tell you one thing, Ryan Stokes has a knack for meeting the driver at the point of where they're about to go up with the basketball with their 2 steps on the layup. It's right in between that point of if the ref is able to call either a foul or a travel. It's how good she is at it. She doesn't get her body in the way first. She's able to just high point the basketball, or even low point it, I guess, and take it away from the driver. It's really impressive these last 2 days, what she's done defensively.
That's a great point.
Glasser-Hyman forcing the issue and drawing the foul that time as she heads to the stripe.
I mean, there's little things that people don't notice, but they can make a big difference.
I mean, she has to be one of the better, just all-around defenders. We talk about the steals, 6.5 a game. Yesterday, she did that in the first half, just about. I mean, she just has a nose for the basketball. She wants to always have it in her hands, whether it's not in her hands from the defensive side or offensively, wanting it back for a shot or just to set up her teammates. She is one of the most well-rounded players in the state, and you see every reason why she's in contention for Gatorade Player of the Year. This is Joy Johnson near the charity stripe. She'll drive right side, and it's blocked again. Penelope Sworn, I think that's her 3rd block at least in this one.
I think you're right. No foul called on that one.
Stokes with the inbound. This is Delphos with it. All the way near the logo. Stokes driving, dicing inside. Can't get that one to go. This is Delphos, the free throw line pull up, and gets the shooter's roll. Her first points of the second half. Give her 17 on the night. Up ahead, Benitez driving, floating it up. No, Joy Johnson fighting now. And bringing it in for Ewing.
She worked for that rebound.
Transition opportunity for the Blue Devils. Stripped. Hightstown fighting for it. And a technical foul called here.
What happened?
Angelina Benitez kicked a Ewing player, I believe.
Frustration, maybe a little bit.
Just a little.
Or maybe she just didn't let. Maybe she just thought that get off of me. You know, I don't know.
So Ryan Stokes will head to the charity stripe now for a chance at 2 technical free throws. First one's good. Fans continuing to pile in here. Just game 1 of 2 on the WBCB Sports Network tonight. Stokes can't get the second to go. She's got 11 on the night so far. Game number 2, the boys championship between the High and Notre Dame High School. The Irish of Notre Dame with a thriller last night, Fish. Luke Foley, the hero, the senior point guard, with a huge free throw to give the Irish the 1-point lead, all they needed to escape overtime in the semis against Ewing.
That game was absolutely incredible.
What more could you ask for?
For Ewing, you could ask for 2 more points.
Fair enough. Glasser-Hyman with a board. She's got her eyes up ahead. It's Ragland down low, now to Mercer. 4-footer, won't go, but she does get fouled on that one, and she'll head to the stripe.
This game's kind of slowed down a little bit. Plodding along. A lot of foul shots.
For Ewing coming up soon, a state playoff game, and we will have that coverage for you for both the Ewing boys and girls. It'll be a doubleheader on WBCB on President's Day, Monday. Both Ewing boys and girls hosting playoff games in the first round, top seeds. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ewing up top, on top big here. Mercer able to hit the second free throw. Joy Johnson patiently waiting. Now gets it to Delphos. The left-hand drive, puts it up with the right. Second chance. Blocked inside. It was Miller that time. Kylo fighting for it. It's a jump ball.
I mean, it's amazing. Ewing's only got 6 points this quarter, and yet it's extended its lead because it defends so well.
Stokes, right wing corner. Pull up from Johnson. Front rim and out. Glasser-Hyman gets the rebound from Ragland. Johnson lost her feet around midcourt there for a second. Glasser-Hyman's triple too strong. Second chance isn't there as Tayala Delphos brings it in but almost throws it away. Great hustle that time by Miller, and a timeout taken by Coach Monty of Ewing. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. Ewing dominating this one 40-14. Just over 9 minutes away from their second consecutive Mercer County Tournament Finals trophy. And both of those trophies down there, pretty good looking trophies down there, Fish.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, they're very, very nice. And we'll have some most valuable player awards to give out as well. And we'll have that coverage for you at the end of this one. It's been a great tournament, a great season here on WBCB. I'd like to thank our sponsors that make all of our broadcasts possible: the Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Team Toyota, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Mako of Ewing, and Saul Funeral Homes, all proud to bring you today's contest here on WBCB. We'd be nowhere without our sponsors, and we thank them so much for supporting us all season long, as we have reached just about the best time of the year in terms of basketball. The Mercer County Tournament, the February Frenzy, as we get into state tournament time here in Jersey, district tournament time over across the river in Pennsylvania. A 7 o'clock start tonight on WBCB as well. Pennsbury hosting a playoff game themselves. The boys getting after it tonight at home. They play Abington. And the Galloping Ghost, that's a really good rivalry across the river. You can tune into that one at 7 o'clock. Chris Ermer will have the call from Pennsbury High School.
If you're wondering what the lowest amount of points is that Ewing allowed this year, is 18 against West Windsor South.
Wow.
I mean, I think that Hightstown will break that. They got a whole quarter.
Johnson inside, Delphos. Back to Johnson, high-low they go.
Oh.
Mercer says no.
Nice job by Mercer there. With authority, she blocked that.
Yes, she did. Biggs hauls in the second chance. Ewing's going to reset. Delphos across now. Stokes, corner, Johnson. Down to Delphos. She's double-teamed. Doesn't matter. She'll go up. Count it. One more for Tayala Delphos.
Yep, going for 20. Let's see, Hightstown's lowest output of the year.
And one won't fall for Delphos. Glasser-Hyman, final seconds here in the third quarter. Last shot opportunity for Hightstown if they want it. It's a screen for Hyman. Over. Kylo, triple, short. Ragland with a board. Glasser-Hyman, last second shot, no. Sworn, the follow-up, that won't go either. Hightstown can't buy a bucket in the final seconds. And 3 quarters in the books here from Cure Insurance Arena, 42-14 the score. Ewing running away with this one. We'll step aside, fourth quarter coverage here. The girls Mercer County Tournament Finals. A champion to be crowned, 8 more minutes away here from Cure Insurance Arena. Don't go anywhere.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
This is Angelo Honor, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
8 minutes to go here from Cure Insurance Arena. And Ewing just doing everything that they can to run away with this one, and it's really been impressive.
Well, you know, I'm going to say the same thing that I said last night about Notre Dame. If you're Hightstown, you're just looking at this as a game against good competition to prepare you for the states, you know, at this point. So learn some things, do some things, maybe try some things.
3 on the way from Del Foss. Why not?
Yeah, she's something.
She's got 22.
I got to think she's the favorite for the MVP, huh? Maybe her or Stokes.
Her or Stokes. It's really up in the air between those two. Stokes had 22 last night.
Right.
Only with 11 in this one. But still, I mean, she's made her presence felt. She impacts the game in so many ways. Miser with a pretty turnaround that time and kissing it off the glass for 2.
That's 5 for Miser.
Del Foss left alone in the lane, dishing it to Miller, blocked by Miser. Glasser-Hyman now with it. Head full of steam, forcing the issue. Right hand, left side, no. Stokes saves it. And last touched by Hightstown. Ewing will have the rock back. I mean, what more could they ask for? Up by so much in this one.
The defense in this game by Ewing has been phenomenal. The score by quarters for Hightstown. This is a team that scores a lot of times in the 60s. 4-6-4 has been Hightstown's score by quarters.
The #1 ranked public school in the state of New Jersey. One of the best defensive teams in the state as well, making their presence felt here in the finals. Handsy defense that time by Weisenberger. Excuse me, that's actually Megan McDonough into the game, the senior for Hightstown, number 33. Joy Johnson, Ewing content working the perimeter and taking precious seconds off the clock here. Biggs. Stokes. Glasser-Hyman on her. Johnson. Under 6 to go, fourth quarter. Johnson needs help. Miller puts it on the floor, left-handed runner, and one!
Nice play, nice shot.
Malaya Miller, the sophomore, to the line for one more. Took an awful lot of contact there. Great strength on display to finish through it. Sophomore uses the bank. The and one is good. She must have that TD bank coverage, Fish, 24/7.
Yeah. Oh, man, I want to just hit you on the head.
Tell me how you really feel.
If I told you how I really feel, we'd be getting phone calls. TD Bank coverage.
Inside, McDonough turns around, down low to Glasser-Hyman through contact. Whistle silent, Sworn this time gets fouled, and she's heading to the stripe for 2. Penelope Sworn hobbling a little bit to the free throw line, it looks like, but she seems to be okay. You mentioned it, Fish, only 6 points, the highest amount scored in a quarter so far for Hightstown tonight. As Sworn can't get the first. Only 2 in this quarter so far. Rebound fought for and brought in by Ewing.
Miller diving on the floor.
Delfosh, right hand through traffic, give it to her.
Could she be more smooth?
I don't think it's possible.
I don't either.
Jump ball called down low. It's going to go back Ewing's way as they continue to do no wrong tonight.
No, I mean, look, you got to call it what it is. This was never a game. I mean, Ewing came out and led 14-0.
Delfoss is really feeling it now as she's just letting it fly from deep. Another triple for her. Her 5th 3 of the night. Glasser-Hyman the response. Pull up Jimmy is good. A long 2 there that time for Kyla Glasser-Hyman.
That puts her in double figures at 11.
Delfoss in the lane, dishing. Miller up with it, short. Volleyed about, fought for. Jump ball.
Who brought this popcorn?
That was no other than Bill Redner.
Oh, our Uncle Bill brought the kids some food.
Always looking out for us. Fish munching down on some of that popcorn. You know, Fish, I've been meaning to ask you, and we'll get to this question in just a minute here, as Coach Dan Monty emptying the bench here, letting the reserves come in. The starters come out, the talented junior class who has paved the way to the 2nd consecutive Mercer County Tournament Championship for the Ewing Blue Devils. With just under 5 minutes to go, a little under 5 to go.
What were you meaning to ask me there, buddy?
Well, I was going to ask. We call you the Fish. Well, what kind of a fish are you? Are you a snapper? Or are you a wide-mouth bass? Are you a
check out my bar tab? You'll know.
Okay. All right, there we go.
Boy, you really are going for the cornball of the week, aren't you?
Whatever it takes.
Well, when you have a 35-point deficit game, you gotta look towards other things. I mean, I'm looking forward to this state tournament. I really am. I mean, this Ewing team is something to behold right now. And, you know, you might say, well, they're juniors. They might be looking ahead to next year. No, they're not.
Some would argue last season that they might have left some meat on the bone at times, and that brought them even more determination coming into this season. And if you ask Coach Monty, I mean, they look forward to this state tournament every year to make their presence really felt and prove that they're one of the best teams in their group.
And as sophomores, you know, you're going to have some immaturity. I don't care how good you are. So you're going to, like you said, leave some meat on the bone. But, you know, to do what they did last year as sophomores is pretty good. And they just look unstoppable this year.
Durham's triple on the way. It's short, loose.
Like you pointed out, the top-ranked public school team in the state. So, you know, they're the #1 seed in Central Jersey Group 3.
Glasser-Hyman's up ahead pass intended for Molly Gappa.
I hate to leave you solo, Mike, but I think I'm going to head down there because I got to do a story for the Ewing Monthly on this team.
Fish, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. We appreciate your effort.
Maybe
as
the
always.
Flash would sit in, huh? Do the color here for the last 3 minutes. What do you think, Flash? You want to do the color?
Fish is heading down to report on his story. And under 3 minutes to go here. Hightstown, a historic run this season, their first Mercer County Tournament Finals appearance in 35 years. Coming up just a bit short, but facing the best public school in the state of New Jersey in Ewing. Just about as tall of a task as you could really be assigned. Fighting for it inside the Blue Devils, and a travel is called.
Hi, Mike.
Keith Noonan joining the broadcast. Keith, big game coming up next. You'll be on play-by-play for that one. Notre Dame against Trenton, one of the more storied rivalries in Mercer County. As we have an injury here on the floor. Looks like a Hightstown Ram down here holding her knee a little bit. But we look forward to this game here tonight with the boys, as we hope that I believe that's McDonough down there on the ground. Hopefully she is okay. She's being attended by the medical staff here. We're talking a little bit about this Hightstown Rams team and a historic run. Still, season's not over. I mean, the Mercer County Tournament has a ton of emotions, a lot of pride, a lot of meaning for these schools. Making it to the arena is one thing, but bringing home that big gold trophy, having that in your school's hallways for the year, it means so much to all of these schools. There's personal bragging rights. There's so much, but these Hightstown Rams, I mean, they should absolutely be proud of themselves this season. A great year, CVC Colonial champs. They did a great job this year just continuing what they started a season ago with Coach Jenna Marcus and really taking it to another level as McDonough is helped up to her feet. Megan McDonough, the senior, looks like a right knee injury for her as she's going to be helped over to the bench. But I mean, Keith, just your thoughts on this Hightstown team, their first finals appearance in 35 years. What does this do for them moving forward? Obviously a lot of senior talent on this team, but Abby Miser, a junior, comes back, some sophomore swing players on this team that really make an impact from game to game. What does a trip to the Mercer County Tournament Finals do for a team like this Hightstown Rams team?
Well, there's some people that don't believe in house money, but I think there's a little bit of that with this team. I mean, 35 years, first time that they're in this game with a chance to win it. I think that says everything about Jenna Marcus and what she's done and this team. And, I mean, just a phenomenal effort. And, you know, this Ewing team, I've only seen them a couple of times the last few nights. They look completely dominant, and they look like if they don't win the sectional title, that would be a disappointment, I would have to imagine. So what Hightstown did this year, it's great, in this tournament especially, but I think they could already flip the page and say, hey, we competed at the highest level, and now let's go try to win a section for us as well.
Olivia Roberts hitting a three for Hightstown, getting some good minutes here and stepping into a nice triple that time for Hightstown. 53-21 the score.
I do have to say, I do understand why Rich Fisher gets so confused sometimes. I mean, he's got 20,000 pieces of paper with the game notes for the next game mixed into the one with this one. I mean, it's fascinating.
He's a fish. It's what fish do, I guess.
Oh, I love when he dives into the all-time records of the tournament.
Sure.
He goes back, oh, remember 1990? No, I don't, Fish.
No, I actually do not. I was born in 95.
I just picked out a random year, and actually Notre Dame beat Ewing to win. How about that?
In 1990?
In 1990.
Wow, look at that.
I just picked out a random year. And of course, Notre Dame, as you talked about before.
The Fish archives there you got.
Yes.
To the line, Olivia Roberts for Hightstown. Minute 22 to go here in the fourth quarter. That's the roll. Roberts. She's got four. A quick four at that.
So I presume Fish went down there to conduct interviews. Is that
Correct.
why he left me with the mic?
Correct. He's got a story for this game and then interviews for the next game as well, as Raglan buries along too. Sydney Raglan, she's got four. Hightstown down by 29. Pass stolen but given right back. Hightstown will turn it over. Ewing will have it 2 ticks over a minute to go. And back-to-back champs for Ewing, continuing their dominance over the Colonial Valley Conference and Mercer County hoops. Inside feed. Shot off the back of the rim, second chance. Still won't go. Scrum for the ball, and it'll go back with Hightstown. 53.5 to go, fourth quarter. Primetime matchup coming up next between the Tornadoes of Trenton Central High School and the Irish of Notre Dame. Number 1 versus number 3 for the boys' championship. Ewing here dribbling it into the front court. Final seconds ticking off as ball's on the floor, fighting for it and dumping it down low. Inside, second chance. That one's off the mark and a foul gets called here.
And we do have to shout out, I mean, I did the girls games last year, and Coach Monty over there at Ewing always sends us a nice package of information for all the players. That helps us greatly, and not every coach does it, but I always appreciate, as I'm looking at Fish's clipboard, that he did it again this year. So shout out to him. He is fantastic with us, and obviously congratulations to Ewing.
Talk about knowing your personnel.
Yeah.
Coach Monty knows his team, and you can just tell just from the write-ups that we get, again, as you mentioned right there, right? So much information, GPAs, I mean, accolades individually for each player, what colleges they're getting looked at, what they do in their free time as well, their impact in the community. As Ewing, 2 straight Mercer County tournament championships for the Ewing girls program. This is Molly Gappa on the run out. She can't cash in. Ragland gets fouled. And this will send Hightstown to the charity stripe, 5.3 to go here in the bonus. You can see the Tornadoes just across from us waiting in the wings in the tunnel behind what would be one of the hockey benches here from Cure Insurance Arena.
What's your gut feeling, Mike Warren, about this boys' championship game?
I think that Trenton Central High School is definitely the best team on paper in Mercer County. However, I'm a firm believer that if there is a team at this point of the year capable of beating Trenton Central High School, it is without a doubt the Irish of Notre Dame. The brand that they are playing, they are clicking. They are together as one as a team, trusting one another. I mean, last night was a prime example with Luke Foley stepping up. This is a kid that has articles written about him for his assist ability, not so much as his scoring, and he was tied for the leading scorer here as Ewing, 2 years in a row, champions of the Mercer County tournament, led by a dominant junior class. The Ewing Blue Devils, your 2023 Mercer County tournament champions.
See the trophy going out there. Always great when you walk in and you see the trophies right there at half court, and teams will shake hands, but back-to-back, it's very difficult to do. Ewing just did it, and you talked about the junior class. Venture to say they'll be back next year.
An impressive 2 seasons for Coach Dan Monty and the Blue Devils of Ewing High School, and they're just getting started if you were to ask them. State tournament on the horizons, but for now, a celebration at midcourt of Cure Insurance Arena, the champions of the Mercer County tournament. Ryan Stokes down there with the trophy right now. She's swarmed by her teammates as they celebrate. They pose for the picture. And game 1 of 2 in the books here on WBCB. The Blue Devils improve to 24-3 on the season and take home the Mercer County Tournament Championship. This junior class etches their name in the history books once again, and still so much more to prove.
That's the thing. They could celebrate this tonight, maybe tomorrow, but then the states start, I believe, next week. So got to get ready for that.
Absolutely.
So it might be sweet right now, and they're going to enjoy this, but like you pointed out, all eyes going to be focused on next week And their energy is going to be focused on that as well. And they're going to be, like I said before, a team to beat. So teams are going to be getting after them, much like the Trenton boys, who teams have had their eye on all year. See if they can get it done.
Tagala Del Fosse bringing home Most Valuable Player honors for the Mercer County Tournament. She finished today's contest with 24 points and 5 3-pointers on her way to her second consecutive Mercer County Tournament championship. Remarkable performance from Tagala in this tournament, and without a doubt deserving of Most Valuable Player honors. Courtney Ragland receiving, Sydney Ragland receiving honors as well for Hightstown. And there it is, Joe Drulis announcing it official. The Ewing Blue Devils, your 2023 Mercer County Tournament champions. Head coach Dan Monferrat hounded by his squad as they celebrate this one. The final, Ewing 53, Hightstown 26. A special congratulations to both of these teams for making it to this point. A great season for both of these teams to this point. And a special congratulations to Ewing, but of course to Hightstown, a historic year, making their first finals in 35 years. Congratulations to Coach Dan Monferrat, and congratulations to Coach Jenna Marcus and the Hightstown Rams. I want to thank all of our sponsors who helped make today's broadcast possible: the Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Team Toyota, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, and Mako of Ewing, and of course, Saul Funeral Homes, all proud to sponsor today's contest on WBCB. The Ewing Blue Devils, your Mercer County Tournament Finals champions of the year. Doesn't get much better than that for Ewing. Back-to-back seasons taking home the trophy. On the other side, it's the boys' finals. The Tornadoes of Trenton Central and the Irish of Notre Dame. Keith Noonan and Rich Fisher will have that coverage coming up for you next. I want to thank the broadcast team for their help today. Nick Gallagher doing our camera work, Rich Fisher, our color commentator, as well as Brianne O'Neill producing all of our streams during the Mercer County Tournament here on WBCB. Ewing will host a home playoff game on Monday. We'll have that coverage for you in that one, a home playoff game in the state tournament. And we are looking forward to that one, as always, on WBCB. We thank you so much for tuning in to girls basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network. Until we talk to you again, my name is Mike Warren. We thank you so much for listening. Have a great night, everybody.